Welcome to the new web-based transportation assistance system known as TAS. TAS provides authorized local government officials view-only access to data pertaining to their transportation aids and improvement program funding distributed by WisDOT, as well as access to the calculation and payment letters they receive under the General Transportation Aids Program. In addition, TAS is the gateway to access the Enhanced Local Roads Improvement Program web application, or LRIPWeb. In this video, we will walk through the search features and tools available in TAS so you can view your program funding amounts, save your search results to an Excel spreadsheet, and map specific project locations. To gain access to TAS, all users must first register and receive authorization from WisDOT for their specific local government or association. To register, access the TAS login screen by entering tas.wisconsindot.gov into your internet browser, or by visiting the TAS webpage and selecting the Launch TAS button. From the TAS login screen, select the Need to Register button to access the user's self-registration screens. Under the first screen, enter your name, phone number, and the email address you use for your local government work. Keep in mind that you will use your email address when logging into TAS, and that the email address you provide can only be used to register one person. Each user must provide a unique email address to request TAS access. Continue to follow the user self-registration screens to enter your local government information and to request access to LRIPWeb if needed. After you submit your registration request to WisDOT, please allow 2 business days to process. When authorized, you will receive an email confirmation with instructions on how to create a password and log in to TAS. Please note that many local government officials were automatically registered by WisDOT as authorized users of TAS using an existing email address or official government information on file with the Department of Revenue's Local Government Services. If this is the case, you do not have to wait for authorization, and you will be prompted during the self-registration process to return to the TAS login screen and select the Reset Password button to create a password. Simply enter your email address and click the Request Reset Password button to receive an email with a link to create your password. Passwords must be at least 8 characters in length and include a combination of at least 3 of the following 4 character types: uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, or special characters such as the number sign, exclamation point, or $sign. Your password will remain active for 366 days before you are prompted to change your password. However, if you forget your password or simply want to change it, use the Reset Password button to create a new one at any time. To log into TAS, enter your email address followed by the password you created. Once logged in, please note that your name will be shown in the top right corner of the screen. Your official role or association and the type of TAS access you receive will determine which screen you default to after logging in. For most users, the My Local Program Summary screen will be the default landing page. This screen provides an overview of the funding your local government received under WisDOT's aids and improvement programs, specifically the paid and schedule amounts per program. All TAS users receive access to the Statewide Summary screen, which provides a snapshot of the total local program funding distributed statewide over a specific time frame. The My GTA Notifications screen allows local government officials access to download, view, and save their GTA calculation and payment letters. And users with LRIPWeb access can use the Launch LRIPWeb application button to open LRIPWeb under a new tab in their browser. Separate tabs will allow you to have TAS and LRIPWeb open at the same time. or you can log off and close out of one or both tabs as needed. Now that you are familiar with the different screens in TAS, let's take a closer look at each screen and the options available to you. The My Local Programs option has two tabs, the Summary tab and the AIDS/Improvement Search tab. The fields provided at the top of the screen are the same under both tabs and will be pre-filled or accessible to update based on the local government or projects that you have access to. For example, users with access to multiple local governments, such as county highway commissioners, will have the option under the Project Sponsor field to select from all the towns, villages, and cities within their county. To view the funding for the local government selected under the Summary tab, use the Search button to update the funding amounts in the table provided. By default, the table displays the funding distributed under the AIDS and Improvement Programs for the current calendar year. However, TAS provides a history of projects and funding data going back to 2010. Simply select a different calendar year or choose to view the funding amounts by state fiscal year, and the table will update accordingly. The paid amounts under the AIDS program identify funding that has already been paid by WisDOT and do not include future payment amounts. For the improvement programs, all the schedule amounts shown, with the exception of the Local Roads Improvement Program, or LRIP, represent the approved funding based on the current schedule date of the projects. For the LRIP program, the schedule amount displayed represents the approved project funding based on the biennial award dates. Use this link to view descriptions of the AIDS and improvement programs and to access a program's webpage for additional information. To save or print a copy of your search results, use the Export button to generate an Excel worksheet. An export includes a summary of the search results shown in the table and a record of the search parameters that were used. In addition, the AIDS and Improvement Program worksheets provide a more detailed view of the program funding totals provided on the summary table, including the individual payment amounts under the AIDS tab and the list of projects and their approved funding amounts under the Improvement tab. Similar to the summary screen, the My Local Program AIDS/Improvement Search screen allows you to view your funding for the AIDS and Improvement programs at the same time. However, on this screen you can narrow your search results further by selecting to view only the AIDS programs or only the improvement programs, as well as the specific programs under each. For example, under the Select Your Program or Project Criteria sections, simply click a program name to highlight it, and use the top arrow to move it to the box on the right. Or move multiple programs at the same time by holding down the Control key on your keyboard while choosing which programs to select and move over. To select all programs, simply use the All button to move them all at once. The Improvement Programs section has two additional search fields to use as needed. If you elect to use the Project ID/Project Number field to search for a specific project, it is not necessary to select an improvement program or other search criteria. Your search will simply locate the project you entered. Keep in mind that if a project ID or project number includes hyphens, the hyphens should be entered as well. An improvement program search also includes the option of viewing projects by either schedule date or sunset date for a specific calendar or fiscal year. You can also customize the date range by entering a specific month, day, or year, or by using the calendar provided. The same date range options are available when generating a list of paid amounts per program under an AIDS program search. In this way, if you conduct a search for both the AIDS and improvement programs at the same time, it is possible to generate search results based on different years and date ranges. After you select your search criteria, use the Search button to generate your results. Depending on your search, either the AIDS or Improvement Program grid or both will populate under the Search Results section. Each grid displays the number of rows generated, as well as the local program data import date that identifies the last time the program data was updated into TAS. By default, both grids display the search results in alphabetical order by program name. However, you can sort the results by a specific attribute by using the up and down arrows next to each column header. For example, you can sort the results under the AIDS program grid by payment date. Please note here as well that unlike the My Local Program Summary and Statewide Summary screens, the paid amounts under the AIDS program grid represent both past and future payment amounts within the time frame selected. You may also notice that the Improvement Program grid includes several more columns than the AIDS program grid, including the state and federal estimate and final amount columns. Simply use the scroll bar at the bottom of the grid to access all the information. The program name column is provided as both the first and last columns to help you maintain your place within the grid. The Improvement Program grid also provides an option to view your project locations by using the View Map button. The size and scale of a map will vary depending on the number of projects generated from your search, as well as their corresponding locations. Colored icons with a number in the middle indicate a group of projects within a general vicinity. Simply zoom into the area to see the individual project locations. Each project location is indicated by a red pin, which includes the project ID or number. Clicking on a red pin provides a pop-up with additional project information, such as the project funding amounts. To see a broader view of the surrounding areas, switch to Full Screen View and click here again to switch back to Normal View. Or you can view your project locations using different map images, such as a satellite or terrain image. Use the Data Grid View button to exit the map and return to the Improvement Program grid. The AIDS/Improvement search screen also provides the option of saving or printing your search results to an Excel worksheet using the Export button. As you can see, the My Local Program screens allow you to view and generate your program funding and project data using various search criteria and tools. The information provided under the Statewide Summary tab is similar to the My Local Program Summary screen that we reviewed earlier. This screen provides a snapshot of all paid amounts per AIDS program and all schedule amounts per improvement program based on the calendar or fiscal year selected. However, the Statewide Summary screen provides an overview of the total local program funding distributed by WisDOT for communities and counties statewide within a given time frame. The My GTA Notifications tab allows you easy access to download an electronic copy of your General Transportation Aids Annual Calculation or Quarterly Payment notification letters. These letters are available to download starting with calendar year 2019 going forward. To download an annual calculation letter for your local government, select the Estimate or Final Calculation Letter option under the Letter Type field and the corresponding year. Use the Search button to generate the selected letter type per local official. Click the appropriate download link under the Letter PDF column to access a PDF version of the letter to save or print. Calculation letters include a summary with the total estimated or final GTA annual funding amount as well as the details of how the amount was calculated. Use the same basic steps to download your quarterly payment letters for a specific year and quarter. Quarterly payment letters notify you that an aid payment was distributed to your local government. If downloading a quarterly payment letter for the current year, keep in mind that the number of quarters available to choose from will directly relate to how many payments have been made so far. Finally, as we mentioned earlier, TAS is the gateway to access the enhanced LRIPWeb application. The Launch LRIPWeb application button is provided under all TAS screens and allows LRIPWeb users quick access to the LRIPWeb homepage. From the homepage, users can choose to search for their project information or submit project application and reimbursement requests online. To learn more about LRIPWeb and for assistance on how to navigate within LRIPWeb using the tools and functions available, please refer to the LRIP webpage for additional information and instructional videos. For questions regarding the AIDS and Improvement programs, please email the Local Transportation Programs and Finance section. Thank you for viewing this video and for taking the time to learn more about the new TAS system.